Well, once again, me and Sarge would like to welcome you to Conversational Shaving. Isn't that right, Sarge?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, hello there, and how are you? I prepped my face already with Village Barber shaving oil. And my razor, something new to me and new to the channel here. It's going to be this 3-piece non-adjustable timeless razor. It's the aluminum, the most inexpensive one they sell. It's $75 delivered. We'll try that out. On its first use in there today is going to be a Speick Astor blade, stainless, the red package there. And I've used these blades before. I don't remember having any opinion of them pro or con, so I guess they're somewhere in the middle. We'll see. Well, I guess it's cream, or is it soap? I'm not sure. It's kind of creamy. It's this Speick Active in a tub here. I've had that for a while. And my new brush, which I've already sort of lathered here, is this Simpson Trafalgar T3. It's a synthetic knot there. I'm not sure what the loft on that is. I'm going to run some hot water here. Sarge the cat's in here. When I shut the door and he's left out there, he wants to come in. Now that he's in, he wants to go out. But hold on a minute. Let me run a little bit of hot water here. I'm going to just put the very tippy tips of the brush in that and try to get a lather started. I hope you're all doing well out there. Let's see how we used this brush once before, a couple of days ago. And we got 2 days worth of growth here. And I had good results the first time with the brush. Let's see how it goes this time. I feel like I could have lathered this soap or cream a little bit longer. It'll be all right. But I got a really poofy lather from whatever it was I used 2 days ago. I think I lathered a little longer. I don't know if it's our water or what it is, but it seems like it takes me about twice as long to get a good lather as a lot of the other gentlemen that do shaving videos. Now I'm going to go ahead and drain that water with this razor and get started for the first pass with the grain. This looks to be a mild razor in terms of aggression. Let's see here. Straight off the bat, I'm feeling mildness, and it's a comfortable shave, but of course I just got started here. So, we'll see how it goes. I had another razor that I used 2 days ago, which it's new to me, but it's a used razor. I'm going to keep it for a surprise unless you've already seen it in one of the Facebook groups that I posted pictures to, but yeah, it was very aggressive, and I got a lot of weepers out of that shave. It was a very close shave. I'm going to rinse this down. I think this would be a good starter razor for somebody that was just getting into the hobby. Naturally, because it's aluminum, it's very light. And I don't know if you'd be able to see it. I got a little bit of lather on there, but maybe you can see, I don't know. There is a tiny little plastic thing there. I've kept that on there. Being that this is aluminum, I wouldn't want to accidentally ruin the threads on the little post there. although I haven't had that problem with any other aluminum razors that I have. I'm always careful and I use common sense when it comes to putting the handle back on the threads there. Or putting the cap on the threads, I guess I should say. The cap and the base plate. Well, Sarge, what do you want? You might have heard the cat meow. I'll let you out, but then a minute later you might want back in. You want out? There you go. We'll see if he wants back in a moment here. He's out there meowing again. Just a second, Sarge. I'm gonna rinse the razor and let the cat back in. Well, he kind of disappeared, but I'm leaving the door open I'm leaving it ajar in case he decides he wants to come back in. I don't want people to think I'm being cruel to animals here. Oh, I did give myself a little weeper. Well, I might have reopened something from yesterday, or actually 2 days ago. That was a very, very close shave. I certainly didn't need to shave again in the interim. Some days I do have to, well, sometimes I should say, I do have to shave once a day, every 24 hours or so, but certainly not after the very, very close shave I got a couple of days ago. So, even though this is a very mild razor and I am having a very nice, comfortable shave here, even so, I might accidentally open up some weepers again. Sometimes I do that on those nights when I sleep on my stomach face down in bed. If I happen to be sleeping that way, I'll either sleep face up on my back or face down on my face, I guess. But yeah, well, it seems like I will reopen weepers in my sleep, especially if I've had a very rough shave, and there'll be like specks of blood on the pillowcase and so forth. I'll be right back and then we'll go across the grain. Well, the wet shaver, Randy Wright, fellow wet shaver, he had one of these for sale. He was selling it, I guess, used, for $50. Excuse me a second. I just wanted to rinse my fingertips off there. And I had already paid $75 for this. I'm not sorry I got this. I'm enjoying this, and makes me wonder if one day I wouldn't want to pay the extra money for one of their stainless steel or titanium razors. Very comfortable shave, especially after that rough shave that I had a couple of days ago. And that was a heavier razor and very aggressive, as it turns out. I should have been able to tell by looking at the blade gap, but sometimes I can't go by that, by just looking at the blade gap. Some razors, old or new, just were somehow designed better, I guess. So that even with more aggression, you get somehow less of a chance, I'm not sure how it works, I'm not an engineer, less of a chance of nicking yourself or whatever. Oh, I'm gonna rinse again. Yeah, I'm really glad that this razor is working well for me. I'm still opening up, or I opened up, I think, a weeper from yesterday. And being that this is a fairly mild razor, in my estimation, I don't know if it's a good way of testing out this blade. I have used these blades before, the Bic Astors. I'll show it to you again here, the tuck that they come in. I guess right now I'd give this a B. Oops, but maybe in a more aggressive razor I might only give it a C. I don't know. Okay, rinse time. And again, this is a light aluminum razor, so I know I sometimes tend to push too hard, although I was trying not to do that yesterday with what was a heavier razor. Heavier than this at any rate. But if I do push too hard, the lightness of this razor might make this shave, this experience, more of a forgiving one. Or maybe it just makes the razor more forgiving overall. I believe that a more hirsute gentleman could very easily, and maybe even I could, use a feather blade in this. It is so mild, but it might not be as mild as, say, the the Feather Popular razor, for example. Or maybe their 2-setting adjustable razor on its milder setting on a 1, I believe. I can use feathers, I believe, in both those razors. I know I can in the Feather Popular. But this might be just a tad bit more aggressive for me to comfortably use a feather. I don't know, I might test that out sometime. And this weeper, like I said, it's really one from yesterday, I think, that I opened up again, and it wasn't healed like I'd like it to be. So far, that's the only bloody blemish on this shave. I'll be back for pass number 3 against the grain. Now this brush, this Simpson Trafalgar T3, T3 version of that brush and this knot, I found that yesterday, or not yesterday, I keep saying yesterday, 2 days ago, when I believe I bowl lathered, and I find that this knot, being it's kind of a round one, it works better either on a, say, a puck a little bit wider than this. That's not too small of a puck, but I've got pucks that are wider, or in a fairly good sized bowl where you can push harder and there's more room to flatten the knot while you're lathering. I didn't feel like I had as much room to do it here without making a mess in this smaller tub. So I recall having what I felt was a better, or at least a poofier lather yesterday. Now I'm not needing a ton of protection here today, although this soap I'm sure gives adequate protection, but I am using a mild aluminum razor here. Oh, I need to go against the grain, don't I? I'll start on my neck. Milder aggression, lighter razor, and you know what? I think I just opened up another weeper there. I nicked my Adam's apple yesterday, and it doesn't take much to open these back up, because yesterday, for better or worse, was one of those kind of shaves. For worse, I guess. Although it still turned out okay. I've definitely had worse shaves than that. If I might use a $5 word, the counterintuitive thing about my shaving journey has been that I didn't necessarily have my worst shaves when I was first starting out, because I started out with fairly forgiving razors, such as this one ordinarily would be, I think, if I weren't opening up weepers from 2 days ago. But it was a little bit later on that I had maybe a couple of really bad shaves. Excuse me. Often in my life, I've had a certain amount of beginner's luck with various things. not the kind of beginner's luck that was so good that I could go into a casino one time and get rich. It wasn't that good, but always had enough beginner's luck that maybe I could fool myself into thinking I was some kind of expert at something without having hardly any knowledge of it, perhaps. Like playing pool. I'm a terrible pool player, but every once in a while I do get that lucky break. I think from time to time I've gotten breaks that kind of amazed what you might call middling pool players, people with only average or probably below average skill at playing pool, nowhere near Minnesota Fats, for example, but, well, hang on, let me rinse this. But enough to, enough beginner's luck in that sense to amaze the guy down the street. Somebody who's not an expert, but who just really enjoys playing pool and is better than most of his neighbors, perhaps. Now, I've not always gotten the proverbial lucky breaks in life, but at the same time, I've also been blessed. It's funny, certain arenas of my life I've been very blessed in, others have just been a complete disaster. There are certain arenas in my life that if success at them were actually used to measure IQ, I would be considered what they used to call a moron. And again, like a lot of other people, I have other arenas in my life where I've been very blessed. And I guess I can say even a dog gets a warm spot on the pavement every so often. I'll be right back for pickup time. You know, folks, I went ahead and did pickups. And I don't know, I think maybe I forgot to start the camera again. So just take my word for it, it's nice. I guess we can dispense with the magical clock and everything this week. I'll be right back with Mr. Towel. Sorry about that. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. I keep turning on the camera, but I look at it again and it says it's not turned on. So I must be turning it off when I think I'm turning it on. I've evidently left a bunch of stuff out here. So I've done pickups. I've rinsed off with rinsed my face, dried off with Mr. Towel. So anyway, normally I do recaps. All that will be in the description to the video. You can see everything I used. And I guess I'm going to dig this back out of the trash, even though I've got another one of these, a fresh one. I applied some of this to my face just now, the Thayers Lavender Witch Hazel. I've got another bottle of that, so this can go ahead and go in the trash. And now, and I had brought the wrong aftershave in here. I had the regular Speick aftershave. This is the Speick Active that goes with the soap and or cream that I just used there. So there have been a lot of things here towards the end of the video that have been going wrong. All of the shave itself, and so far the after effects have been good. Let's let me put a little bit of this in my hand here. Bottle's got a decent restrictor on it so you don't spill it all over the floor or all over yourself. And let's see. Getting some sting and some burn there, but also very refreshing feeling. Very refreshing. It's nicely scented, a little bit alcohol-y. I can smell the alcohol, but also some, apparently, just like the soap and or cream, the stuff apparently still has some good ingredients in it. Good for the face, feels very refreshing, the Speick Active aftershave. And finally, one more product that's not new to the shaving world, but it's new to me. I'm going to put on some of this Star Jelly. This is the unscented kind, so it should go with just about everything. Star Jelly from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, right there. And get some of this going, and then I'll get out of here and leave you to the rest of your day and or evening. The hell, got something. I either got laundry soap on my shirt, or I spilled some bleach on it, or it's wearing out, or something right there by that logo. Or maybe I got some soap on it. Oh, this aftershave jelly, this Star Jelly. Wow. I had a feeling it was going to be good because so many gentlemen raved about it. And definitely, I don't think they were using hyperbola. This is nice stuff. Every once in a while, there will be some new product, a new soap, or maybe even a razor or some other product that people rave about, and I'll find it to be underwhelming. But boy, again, I don't think these gentlemen that were raving about this PAA Star Jelly, I don't think they were using hyperbola or going off the deep end with their compliments of this, because this is also making my face feel fantastic. I'm not being paid to say this, and I don't get anything free from PAA, but boy, if they want to send me free stuff, hey, I'll take it. But yeah, I'm a whore. What can I say? I'm a whore for wet shaving. And I love you. Sorry, that's going to sound really creepy in the context of this conversation, but have a nice week. Peace out. I'll try to be back next week.